she's carrying a Rhesus positive fetus, what will happen is that these antibodies that were produced in her body when she was initially exposed to a Rhesus positive blood, these antibodies they can pass through the placental membrane and leave the maternal blood circulation and enter the fetal blood circulation and start attacking the red blood cells of the fetus. Remember, I've had a lot of people ask me if the Rhesus blood group incompatibility is an important determinant in choosing someone you can get married to, in choosing a life partner. Well, today I'll be talking about the Rhesus blood group in a layman's language, how it works. Unlike the ABO blood group incompatibility, which is not important when you are choosing a life partner, actually the Rhesus blood group is important when you are choosing a life partner. First of all, what is the Rhesus blood grouping? There are many methods of classifying blood type because every individual have different blood type. That is why to start with, you cannot just transfuse any blood to anybody. Unlike the hemoglobin genotype, when you hear of AA, AS, and XS, the Rhesus blood grouping does not necessarily stop you from marrying someone that you are not compatible with, because it comes in play during pregnancy and it is very important you know beforehand. So first of all, what is the Rhesus blood grouping? Have you ever done a blood test and you were giving your results, or they told you are blood group A positive, B positive, AB positive, or O positive, or they told you are A negative, B negative, just like that? Okay, the Rhesus blood group is actually that positive or negative that they add to it. If you are A positive, it means you are blood group A and you're also Rhesus positive. That's the positive that they are adding. Then if you are B positive, it means the same thing. You are blood group B and you're also Rhesus positive. But if you are blood group A negative, it means you're actually blood group A, but you are Rhesus blood group negative. I will explain the significance of this. Just to catch your interest, actually the Rhesus blood group was discovered in the year 1940 by two scientists, that's Lastina and Alexander Winian, in the Rhesus monkey. That's why they gave it the name Rhesus blood group. Thank God for advancement in medicine today. Some years back, Rhesus incompatibility was a big issue, just like we have the hemoglobin genotype incompatibility today. Also, I would love to make a video and explain the difference between hemoglobin genotype and Rhesus factor. If I get enough comments in the comment section, I'll do that. So if you want me to make that video, please just type it in the comment section. Type genotype in the comment section. But not until 1960 that a prophylactic solution was found. If you are a woman and you are Rhesus negative and you are marrying a man that is Rhesus positive, it could lead to grave consequences during childbirth. And what is this consequence? They are called hemolytic disease of the fetus and the newborn. It means when a Rhesus negative woman, who is a Rhesus negative woman? A Rhesus negative woman, in a layman's language, if you have done your blood test and they tell you that you are blood group A negative, blood group B negative, AB negative, and O negative, it means you are Rhesus negative. You don't have the Rhesus antigen on the surface of your red blood cell. Forget about the language antigen. They are just proteins found on the surface of your red blood cell, specific to this blood grouping system. So it is important that when a woman that is Rhesus negative, remember, you've done your blood test, they told you that you are blood group A negative, B negative, AB negative, or O negative. This means you are a Rhesus negative person. So if you've done your blood test and they tell you that you are Rhesus negative as a woman, it means if you marry a man that is Rhesus positive, again, let me explain who a man that is Rhesus positive is. If you've done your blood test and they tell you that it is A positive, B positive, AB positive, or O positive, it means that person is Rhesus positive, Rhesus blood group positive. He has the Rhesus antigen on the surface of their red blood cell. So if a Rhesus negative woman that I explained earlier marries a Rhesus positive man, there's going to be issue during pregnancy. What happens is that if a rhesus negative woman should marry a rhesus positive man, problems may arise during pregnancy. There is a 50% chance that the fetus that the woman is carrying in her womb might carry the father's rhesus blood group, which is rhesus positive, whereas the mother, as we have established, is rhesus negative. This child has 50% chance of carrying the father's rhesus blood group, which is rhesus positive. Okay, so what happens during pregnancy? What happens first is sensitization. There is a barrier separating the maternal circulation from the fetal circulation, which is called the placenta barrier or the placental membrane. So this prevents the blood of the mother and the baby from missing. There are processes that can result in sensitizations. I'll list them. During blood transfusion, this can even be before pregnancy. A woman can be sensitized during blood transfusion if she's mistakenly transfused with a rhesus positive blood. If a rhesus negative woman is mistakenly transfused a rhesus positive blood, she becomes sensitized. And just for those that are wondering what is the meaning of sensitization, sensitization is just the process whereby a rhesus negative woman is induced to start producing antibodies against the rhesus antigen, against the rhesus blood group. And this can happen by either previous blood transfusion of a rhesus positive blood to this rhesus negative woman, or during pregnancy in situations such as miscarriages, termination of pregnancy, abortion in quotes, antepartum hemorrhage, even invasive prenatal diagnosis such as cholecystectomy, amniocentesis, and even during parturition, during child delivery, childbirth, and also even ectopic pregnancy can cause sensitization. So, of course, yes, a nulliparous, a woman that has never given birth to any child, can actually be sensitized. If you scrutinize what I just said, like the conditions that can lead to sensitization. When a woman becomes sensitized, the production of antibodies against rhesus antigens induced in her body, what happens next is that these antibodies are going to remain in her body. And what does this mean? Usually for the first pregnancy, if she has not been previously sensitized and she becomes sensitized in that pregnancy, the baby might usually come out alive. That's the typical situation. The baby will come out alive and healthy. But she has now been sensitized so that in subsequent pregnancies, from the second pregnancy onward, if she should carry another rhesus positive fetus or child, remember, and know that this is a game of chance. It's 50-50 for her to carry a rhesus positive child, but then all the children can be rhesus positive. If subsequently she's carrying a rhesus positive fetus, what will happen is that these antibodies that were produced in her body when she was initially exposed to a rhesus positive blood, either by transfusion or during pregnancy, during her first pregnancy with a rhesus positive child, because of that sensitization and the antibodies that have already been produced, what will happen is that these antibodies will now follow the placental membrane. They can actually permeate, they can pass through the placental membrane and leave the maternal blood circulation and enter the fetal blood circulation and start attacking the red blood cells of the fetus. Remember earlier in this video I told you that the rhesus antigens, the rhesus blood group, the rhesus proteins are attached to the surface of the red blood cell. As they are attacking this red blood cell, they are going to be breaking down these red blood cells, and that will lead to a lot of a constellation of pathology. Like you have jaundice, you have hydrops fetalis. Forget about this big English. I'm just trying to tell you that there are a lot of complications, and the worst of them is carnivorous. Because of this massive breakdown of this red blood cell, bilirubin, which is a byproduct of red blood cell metabolism, is going to cross the blood-brain barrier, because blood-brain barrier in children is not well formed. So it's going to cross this blood-brain barrier and stain the basal ganglia and cause serious neurological defects. So we want to prevent this. We don't want this to happen. Thank God for advancement in the field of medicine. There is a prophylaxis that was discovered and approved by FDA in 1960. So since 1960, Rogan has been saving life. Thank God for Rogan. You can marry that man, you can marry that woman. And it is readily available across all hospitals. So your own is to carry yourself jejely and present for antenatal, and so that you'll be attended to, so that you will be well informed and also take informed choices. If at this point you have not liked this video, kindly like this video. If this is your first time of coming across my content, please subscribe to my channel. That's why I'm wearing this stethoscope. I want to use it to appeal to you to subscribe. Please encourage me by subscribing. I promise I will keep bringing awesome content your way. Best management approach is prevention. Prevent sensitization, because if sensitization has already occurred, the treatment of hemolytic disease of the fetus and the newborn is usually very complicated and is based on the severity. Most times it's usually very severe, so we wouldn't want that to happen. We'd rather prevent it. Just to be sure you capture everything I said, Rhesus incompatible couple can lead to serious issues during pregnancy. But thank God to advancement in the field of medicine, these complications that could have arisen can be prevented with the Rogan prophylaxis. Problem only arises if the woman is Rhesus negative and the man is Rhesus positive. If the woman is Rhesus positive, there is no problem at all. Okay, I hope you gained value. Please like this video once again and subscribe if you have not done that. Do have a lovely day.